Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD, and today we watched Smile, the new horror movie that just came out. A new, just plain horror. I don't think it really is any subgenre of horror. I just think it's horror. And in my opinion, maybe what is there, like ghost movies, I guess? Like evil, like demon movies, I guess? Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of this one. In my opinion, I think it was a bit of wasted potential. I like the monster at the very end of the movie, which I'll get to when we get back at the house. But, man, I feel like as the movie went on, I just started to like it less. But I'll explain why and more back at the house.
Why is it that everybody else who's seen it is dead and you're alive? I've seen it too.
You?
How long between each victim's death?
None of them survived longer than a week.
Today's my fourth day. I am not gonna keep running. I have to face it.
How does it make you feel?
I'm just really scared that something bad is going to happen.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD, and today we watched Smile. Almost forgot the name of it. It's Smile. And this movie is like I think I would call it like a psychological horror film. But I just also feel like this movie is like a curse movie, like J-horror kind of thing going on with like The Grudge, The Ring, It Follows. That's not J-horror. It Follows is kind of similar. I haven't seen It Follows, but I've heard what it's about loosely. But, you know, it's like how in The Grudge you can, like, there's a curse, and it gets passed down from people, person to person, and you can, like, give it off to another person, so the Grudge doesn't get you. It's like that. And honestly, this movie is not very original, and honestly, just to tell you, I don't like this film that much. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it either. But I just feel like the main problem with it is just so much wasted potential. Like, I feel like this movie could have been so atmospheric and really terrifying. I think this movie could have been genuinely terrifying. And I think it could have done, like, at the end of the movie, spoilers, by the way. There's going to be spoilers in this review, because I think I could really get my point across more with spoilers. So, guys, there's going to be spoilers in this review, just a heads up. So, if you don't want to see spoilers to this movie, go watch the movie, then come back. Then, go do that right now. Or if you don't care, just continue on. But, as I was saying, I just feel like, I don't know. So basically, the plot of this movie, I'm just gonna get to the plot. It starts with this therapist, and she's, like, you know, giving these, like, people therapy, all that. And there's this one guy who appears more than once in the movie. He's not that important, but he's there. I think his name was Carl or something. And then there's another girl who's saying she's having like a manic episode. She's going crazy, and people are smiling at her. There's like a creature after, like, not a creature, like an entity after her. And it's basically, she says all this. She's like, it smiles at me, cryptic shit. And then she smiles and does, I think she had like the best death in the movie. Actually, I think I know what the best death in the movie was. But she does this, and she slits her throat while making like a smile, like a crooked smile shape. So that they could put that shot in the trailer and the promotional material. That's why they did that. Because admittedly, it's a cool shot, but it was for the promotional material. But here's the thing. So basically, the rules of this, like, curse demon thing. So basically, these people have, like, this demon curse on them where they see people smiling at them. The demon taunts them for a week or less, like 7 days, like, you know what I mean? And it's like The Ring, you know, like you get the point. 7 days or less, they like the demon is taunting them, playing with its food pretty much. And then at the end of the 7 days, or even before the 7 days, it takes over your body. You kill yourself, but there has to be a witness to you dying. There has to be a witness, and then it carries on to the person who witnessed it. And then they die in front of somebody else, and then it just, you get the point. It goes on. That's kind of, the demon feeds off trauma, is how it works. And it's an interesting concept. I mean, yeah, it's not very original. As I said, The Ring, The Grudge, it follows. It's been done before, and I feel like this movie, I don't really care about unoriginality. I think there are plenty of unoriginal films that are great. But basically, it's not bad that this film's unoriginal, but I just didn't care for it all that much. I just feel like there are movies that have done this better. I think there are better mindfuck movies that have done this better. Example, Men. I fucking loved Men. That was a big mindfuck movie. I love that movie. I definitely recommend it if you can get your hands on it. I really love it. I feel like when I was watching this movie, I'm like, wow, I want to watch Men right now. But anyway, as I was saying, the story keeps going, and she's seeing all these people smiling, a bunch of shit happens, she kills her cat, and there's like a whole scene of the birthday party where she puts the dead cat in there, but she doesn't know that she does. She like hallucinated something. She thought she put a train in there. It's a whole thing. And she's like, all this shit happens. At the end of the movie, she tries, instead of, so one of the rules is, one of the people was able to break the chain and survive by killing somebody else and having the person witness the murder and it carrying off onto them. So that's how that works. And once that happens, basically, she meets up with the guy who survived. He flips out. Then she's like, I need to go murder somebody. And she tries to go kill Carl, her patient from like a couple days ago. And she has a nightmare about it. There's a jump scare. There's like, by the way, there's like 50 jump scares in this movie. That's just estimating. But like, it might be hyperbole, I don't know. But there are all shit ton of jump scares. And I thought we lived in like an era where horror movies didn't rely on like cheap scares like that anymore. Like, I don't know, I've just been watching better horror movies this year, like Barbarian, and Barbarian only had like one jump scare in it, but the thing about the jump scare in Barbarian is that it has build up. Like, they build up the mother before it happens, and when it does happen, the jump scare is genuinely like scary. It has great effects. There's a kill, and it like cuts off, right? And it's not like boom, loud sound. You know, it's like calmer. It's a guy getting his head bashed in the wall. That's not really calm, but I think it's handled better in Barbarian than it is in this. Because in Barbarian, like, you get shocked without there needing to be a loud sound effect. In this one, they need to rely on, because there's a scene in the trailer where this girl walks up to the window. She goes, it's like her sister. She knocks on the window and her like neck swings down onto the window. I love that effect. I think that's really cool and original. I'd never seen a horror movie do that before. Maybe there's a movie out there that did it. I don't care. I'll watch it maybe. Maybe. If there is a movie out there that does that, let me know. I want to watch it because it's a really great effect. But it's great. And in the trailer, it's you hear like the neck snap and then the thing ends. That's perfect. I love it. And I think ironically the trailer does a better job of handling that moment than the movie does. Because when it happens, she walks up to the window, knock, knock, boom, and like a super loud fucking noise plays as her neck swoops down. What I think would have been better if the shit would just calm down for 1 second and have an actual scary moment without needing to rely on loud sound effects. Because the only reason jump scares get you is not because something pops out at you. I'm used to that. But it's because a loud sound plays, and that's what I hate about it. They could have easily played that scene without the loud sound, and it probably would have been more effective. In my opinion, I think that scene would have been more effective if it just had the like the neck snap. I think it would have been a lot better. But they didn't do that. They had to play a super loud, obnoxious sound effect. But then, there's like literally 3 jump scares in a row at the end of the movie. And honestly, I wanted to like this movie, but I just feel like it kind of disappointed me in parts, especially with the ending. Because the ending really showed me that these people could make a really atmospheric, terrifying, like, horror movie, but instead they just kind of made stupid jump scare fodder. You know what I mean? Which kind of makes me sad. Because the ending, Monster the Monstrosity, because when she goes to face the demon, or the monstrosity, or whatever they want to call it, she goes there, and she goes in this house, and the monster's pretending to be her mom, and then it, like, they have a conversation, and it's, like, the demon's taunting her, and then it, like, grows to the ceiling, and then they have, like, a scuffle. She's gonna kill the girl, and she grabs a lantern and smashes it over the demon's head, and it burns, and she exits the house, and then, like, the house bursts into flames. And then she goes to, like, a cop friend that she knows. He goes to his house, and then they have a conversation. It's revealed that it was all in her head. The demon was fucking with her, which I saw coming from a mile away. I don't know if anybody else was, but when I saw that scene, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way you can kill something that easily. Like, it was too easy. You know what I mean? You can't just smash a lantern over a demon and think it's killed. It's like, it's a demon. You know what I mean? You can't hurt it. Like, how you gonna burn a thing that was birthed in hell with fire? That doesn't make much sense, does it? That's like literally using the phrase, kill fire with fire. You know what I mean? That's literally the phrase. And to me, it just was like, it's too easy. A movie like this cannot have a happy ending. No curse movie has a happy ending. It's a curse movie. You can't escape a curse. It's a curse. You know, and the main characters never usually want to do the immoral things to get away from the curse, so it's just kind of a lose situation always for the main character. Usually. But I feel like... Oh, yeah. So the monster, she goes to fight it, and then at the end of the movie, she gets taken over by the monster, she kills herself in front of her cop friend, and the cycle continues, leaving off a cliffhanger, or not a cliffhanger, just leaving it open for a sequel. Just Smile 2, or Smile Comes Again, or Smile 2, like T-O-O. I don't know. Smile the Return. The Return of Smile. Smile Resurrection. I don't fucking know. Smile Reloaded. You know, it's just like, yeah, but the monstrosity was so great. I really like the design of the monstrosity. I wish it was in the movie more. Because the thing about it, that was the only part that was actually scary, was with the monstrosity. That was the only scary part in the movie, because it didn't rely on jump scares. It was actually, like, in my opinion, a pretty terrifying design for a creature, and I loved it. I loved how horrifying and, like very, what would you call it? Like, it had, like, eyes all over it, and it had, like, teeth. It was, like, all fleshy. Like, it looked very, very weird, and it looked like a demon. I like this demon thing. And I thought it was the best looking thing in the movie. The best CGI in the movie was on that thing. And there was even a scene where it, like, opened up her mouth and it crawled inside her to take control of her. And honestly, I think they should have, like, showed a whole scene of it, like, crawling inside her, and, like, kind of like in Men, when they were, like, crawling outside of each other one by one. I think they should have showed a scene like that, but I don't think they had the budget for it, unfortunately. But I think it would have been a really, like, great scene if, like, it would have just kept going and going, and it would have been, like, body horror, like, at the end of Men. I loved the monstrosity at the end. I feel like the whole movie, instead of just people smiling, because the people smiling wasn't even that scary, honestly. I think it was just kind of oddly comical when they would just smile, because whenever the demons smiled, whenever it took control of somebody or made itself look like somebody else, it made it look like it was smiling. It's like, haha, you thought, bitch. Like, every time it tricked the main character, it's like, you thought you were talking to a person. And then it just taunts her. I think the demon was actually kind of funny because of how much he liked to taunt the main character, or whatever it was. But, like, I mean, yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like this, it just makes me mad because I wanted to like this movie. It's just average. You know, it's not bad. It's not amazing. It's not awful. It's just kind of mid. You know, I think I'd rate this film a 6. It was average. So, you know, thank you guys for coming by. Thanks, you guys, for coming by. I appreciate it. You know, like the video, share with friends, subscribe, turn notifications on. You know, let me know if there's any other movies with that little neck twist special effect. I'd love to know. But you know how it goes. What I really meant to say was, I hope you guys hated this video. Unsubscribe, dislike, Tim and Shahimi in the comments. Signing off. That's a wrap.